the Richmond Kickers picked up a clutch late win last weekend to stay unbeaten at home since the second game of the season way back in April. They'll try to keep their hot run at City Stadium going tonight when they seek back-to-back victories for the first time in 2021. They'll face a Chattanooga team that has stumbled a little slightly of late with 2 losses in their last 3 games. My name's Ross Davenport. Thanks for joining us for tonight's USL League One Tilt presented by the American Cancer Society. Let's take a look at our updated standings coming into this evening. We had 4 games on Friday night. All 4 of them ended in victories. That perhaps separated the table just a little bit. You can see Richmond there in 10th. Just 2 points out of the playoffs, though. A win tonight would jump them into 5th. Chattanooga trying to keep up with Union Omaha, who had that big 4-0 win last night in Georgia. So our CBS 6 player to watch for the Kickers tonight is veteran goalkeeper Akira Fitzgerald, 33 years old. He leads the league with 8 clean sheets and 70 saves. That's something that's not easy to do. You don't see that very often. He's allowed 1 goal or less in 4 of his last 5 starts. He's kept his team in countless games over his 3 seasons in Richmond. He may have to come up big once again tonight against this Red Wolves offense, which has struggled a little bit of late, but can be very potent when it wants to be. For the visitors, our CBS 6 player to watch is Ray Ortiz, a name some people might not be too familiar with, making his first start tonight since mid-July, but he's a former MLS Super Draft pick. He saw plenty of minutes earlier on this season, but has fallen down the pecking order a bit. Jimmy Ablada told us earlier this week, this is his chance to really show what he's capable of. Could Ortiz be playing tonight for a job next season? Perhaps. Okay, so we're moments away from kickoff here at Historic City Stadium in Richmond. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the opening whistle between the Kickers and the Red Wolves on ESPN+.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
I'm saving money for the animal shelter. Could I give Pixie a bath for $3?
Sure.
Wash your car for $5?
Deal.
How about I keep your money in my bank? Just $7 a month.
We already have free checking from Atlantic Union Bank. But wait, I have another idea. Come with me.
It's your money. Why pay a monthly fee or get hit with hidden charges?
How much?
You don't have that kind of money.
Whether you like it cool or hot or somewhere in between, James River Air will keep you exactly where you want to be. Call 1-800-COMFORT. James River Air, Richmond's #1 heating and cooling company.
We see them compete, striving for greatness, but there's always more to their story. An unforgettable touchdown, a story of survival, a grade school go-kart champion, and a record-breaking triathlete. Go beyond the roster with Lane Casadante, Thursdays at 11. Kristen Lures with your morning drive on CBS 6 this morning.
Problems don't occur when it's convenient. It's a good thing our repairs do. Call James River Air and get after-hours service with no after-hours charges. HVAC, plumbing, electrical. One call does it all. 1-800-COMFORT.
Welcome back to City Stadium as we get ready for this key League One battle between the Richmond Kickers and the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Let's take a look at the only other meeting between these sides so far this season. This was way back on May 29th. Chattanooga's actually owned this series between these two sides. 6 wins and 1 loss. Alex Anderson here opening the scoring though for Richmond in a rare start. That gave the Kickers a lead early in the second half, but the Red Wolves will give us the first of their traditional come from behind wins of the season. Tying goal came here courtesy of a Ricky Ruiz header that I think anybody would have scored. One of the easiest goals in his career. And then up late step big man Juan Galindres. He would claim the winner in the 84th minute. The last 4 meetings between these teams have ended 2-1. See if that things change tonight. Let's hear from Darren Sawatsky.
Our home form is better than our away form, but we're playing the season where it doesn't matter where we play. So winning the game last week and the way we did it makes the guys feel good. They've had a good week of training. Now we got to replicate it against Chattanooga.
That was Richmond Kickers coach Darren Sawatsky talking about this match tonight. Here is the lineup he throws out there. The big change is Zaka Moran, normally at defensive midfield. He's suspended due to yellow card accumulation. Victor Falk comes in, making his first start in quite a while. Matt Baldock remains in that sort of center spot with Neil Vignals. Ethan Bryant on the right. Said Darren Sawatsky said he played great defensively last week. And then for the visitors, Ray Ortiz, we mentioned in our player to watch. Starting on that left side, 3 changes for Jimmy Ableda. In come Ortiz, Truk, and Esparza replacing Hernandez, Mora, and Luna, who is on the bench, although he is a little hindered with an injury at the moment. There's Emiliano Terzaghi, the Golden Boot leader at the moment, last year's MVP. He'll get us started here in Richmond. We're underway. The kickers going from right to left in the all-black. Chattanooga from left to right in the all-white. You can see the kickers in 10th place, Chattanooga in 2nd. They really need to keep up with Union Omaha if they want that home field advantage. Only 1 point behind coming into this one, but Union Omaha with a game in hand. They'll have 2 after this one. Of course, games in hand don't mean points in hand always. Here comes Jose Carrera Garcia. Thought about a shot. Instead he's going to lay it off for the overlapping Ronaldo Pineda, making his 3rd straight start at right back. Not his normal position. More of a midfielder at times. Left foot attempt here as fizzes wide from Jonathan Esparza. He's getting forward, both fullbacks getting forward early. Darren Sawatsky said to us, Richmond are a team that takes a little while to get into their rhythm. You've got to be careful here early. Chattanooga a little upset after losing the way they lost last week to New England in the last minute of injury time there with that goal by Justin Rennicks. Jimmy Ableda said his team was very angry at practice this week, and they've come out here quickly. Carrera Garcia with the first corner of the game. From the right side, he'll swing it in. Right-footed towards the back post. Gets through everybody. Over to get this one is Ray Ortiz. Of course, no Daniel Navarro, normally a big target in the middle for Chattanooga. He remains injured, but here's Jason Ramos, another big figure, as his header is glanced wide. So, bright start for the visitors here in Richmond. Let's take another look at this chance here. Ramos in a little bit too much space, I'm sure, for Darren Sawatsky's liking it. Out-jumped Ivan Magallanes. Ramos just 1 assist this season, looking for his first goal, and here comes Chattanooga again. Ball's laid back, shot from the top from Ortiz. What a start that would have been from our player to watch, but it's blocked. As Ethan Bryant smacks it downfield, looking for Terzaghi. Frantic start here. Terzaghi, will he get to this one? No. Tim Truk just quick enough to take it off the toes of the Argentine. So end-to-end stuff here in the first 2 minutes. It's exciting, the River City Red Army there in Section O. You can hear their drums beating. We'll hear those all night in the background. Our referee this evening, Matt France, the man in the middle. We're looking to get the ball into the box, but Ortiz clears. That comes off Jalen Chrysler, but it came off a Chattanooga player after that. There's a look at Jimmy Ableda wearing the sweater tonight. Not usually seeing him in the white shirt and black tie, but it's getting a little chilly, obviously, into October now. Around the country, even in Chattanooga. Potential of a final in Omaha. See what the weather could be like there. As Omaha looking very strong with that 4-0 win last night. Evan Conway with the hat-trick. Here's Neil Vignals looking to turn. Gets the ball in. Villalobos is there, and Chattanooga will clear. Here's Ruiz charging up the middle. Out wide to Pineda. The right back's going to have a shot there, and shanks that one wide of Akira Fitzgerald's goal. Today's match is presented by the American Cancer Society. The American Cancer Society, they're on a mission to free the world from cancer. Until they do, they'll be funding and conducting research, sharing expert information, supporting patients, and spreading the word about prevention. Also, you can live longer and better. That's the American Cancer Society. It's been a wide open affair so far. Good pace to this one. It's Frischnick shaking off a tackle. Back to Frischnick. Left-footed attempt is scuffed though It's a lovely ball from Carrera Garcia, chipped over the top. Kira Fitzgerald with another save to add to his league-leading total. As I mentioned in the pregame, leads the league in clean sheets and saves. Quite a combination when Dallas J was racking up clean sheets. He wasn't making many saves the last 2 seasons, but Kira Fitzgerald certainly putting his name forward for goalkeeper of the year. Here comes Bolaños on the left in some space. Good work there by Ramos, though. You'll find Walefi, or Wally as he's affectionately known. Good to see the veteran back playing again, shaking off an early injury this season. Good veteran presence in the midfield for Jimmy Obleda. Walefi spent his youth with Corinthians, originally from Sao Paulo. 30 appearances for Swope Park Rangers in the USL Championship. His presence will certainly be needed in that midfield tonight at the defensive side of things without Zaka Moran. You can see not only they sit with the one pivot, but tonight Walefi and Villalobos sitting a little bit behind Victor Falk. Seeing Victor Falk for the first time in a while. Excuse me, I have Richmond, I'm getting confused now. Here comes Frischnick, out right to Ruiz. Jimmy Obleda was saying how great Jimmy Villalobos has played of late. Take a look at our blueprint of the match, brought to you by Draper Aiden. We talked about Richmond soaking up that early pressure by Chattanooga. So that's exactly what they're trying to do right now. Jimmy Obleda said for his team, Red Bulls it was snapping at shots last week, weren't really showing patience in that final third. Just got to take a breath and figure out where they are. As Ruiz goes down under pressure from Chris Cole. Chris Cole starting at left back in place of JP Monticelli, who's on the bench tonight. As a look at Ricky Ruiz. Assist leader in League One with 8. Perhaps might be looking to add to it here as Blake Frischnick having some cleat issues. And perhaps used to playing on the turf. Grass, natural grass here at City Stadium. So it will be a free kick right side here for Richmond. Bolaños and Baldock, 7 and 17 in the wall. Ruiz as well as Ronaldo Pineda behind this one. Matt Francis having a word with some players at the edge of the box. Here comes the free kick for Chattanooga in the 7th minute here from Richmond. No score. Chattanooga will just go short. Interesting choice there. Bit of a waste of a free kick in the end. And Chattanooga will have to go all the way back to Tim Trilk, who missed the last game. Back in goal now, Sebastian Mora made one big save early in that loss to New England. Couldn't stop the game winner though in that injury time. I think it was a 96th or 7th minute when Renix ran almost 60 yards, 70 yards for the winner off a Chattanooga corner. Ricketts goes long looking for Frischnick. Good work there by Magiais. It may have hit the defender and it could perhaps be a corner. It will be. Not sure what Ivan Magiais has to complain about there. It certainly came off his leg. Ruiz will take this one left-footed. Here comes the second corner for Chattanooga. This one to the front post. For the opposition, that's where Emiliano Terzaghi found himself on the end of a corner last week for that late winner against Toronto. Ruiz swings this one in again left-footed, headed away by Magallanes. Bryant can't control it. Now Ruiz right side, courtesy of Ortiz. Ruiz swings it in, nobody there though. Crisler heads it away, perhaps didn't need to. Would have gone out for a goal kick. Comes the cross in. Half played by Falk. And finally swept away. Terzaghi goes down under pressure. As mentioned, Zaka Moran with the yellow card accumulation. not playing tonight for Richmond. This is a long ball for Bolaños. We've seen this before. Bolaños scored recently on a similar play. Goes down there. No call from referee Matt Franz. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. It's the official ball supplier of the USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. Here's Ricketts, normally a fullback for Chattanooga. He's had to fill in at center back tonight. Luna was filling in there for the injured Daniel Navarro, but now Luna's injured himself, so Ricketts moves in from the fullback spot. Esparza and Pineda, the fullbacks tonight for Jimmy Ableda. Good crowd filling in tonight. There's a look at Darren Sawatsky in his traditional all black. He's in a buoyant mood this week, obviously after the victory last weekend. Obviously still sitting in 10th coming into this one. A draw would only get them to 9th, but a win tonight would vault them into 6th. Would bump North Texas out of the playoff spots for now. Of course, they take on Tucson this evening at 10 p.m. North Texas, a team that's given Tucson, the red-hot Tucson, I should say, trouble this season. They have yet to beat them in 3 appearances, in 3 matches, excuse me. As Ray Ortiz fouls from behind. Esteban Calvo. That's a matchup to watch. Tonight, 2 teammates, former teammates, I should say, at the University of Portland. Calvo and Ray Ortiz. Jimmy Ableda brought that up and told Ray Ortiz he needed to take his old teammate to score. That's a poor turnover there, though. Comes Villalobos. He's got help on the left in the form of Frischnick. Is he going to shoot from there? Right footed? He will. Kira Fitzgerald. You mentioned he'd come up big at some point tonight, and there it is already in the 12th minute with a big save from the big center forward for Chattanooga. You can see how upset he is at his teammates for that turnover. Let's take another look at it here. It was a quality strike by Frischnick with his right foot. Kira Fitzgerald had to be quick, get his hands up there and stop it going in that top corner. Not the tallest keeper in the world, Kira Fitzgerald, but he's very athletic. Another corner for Chattanooga, putting the pressure on here in these first 12 minutes. Swung from Fitzgerald, punches it away. Only as far as Leffy, he heads it back. Out wide now to Ortiz on this right side. Keeps it in. Decent cross to the far post. Nobody there, though. Bryant will clear. Ethan Bryant, the young man on loan from San Antonio FC. It's far too far ahead of Bolaños. Here's Ruiz now on the left side. Him and Ortiz flipping wings early. Chattanooga play a 4-5-1, 4-3-3, however you look at it. Play with the 3 central midfielders and then 2 wide players. Marky Hernandez on the bench tonight. We've seen a little more of him in the starting lineup of late, but back on his super sub position tonight. I'm sure we'll see him later on. Perhaps might also see David Teixeira, the new signing. Former DP in the MLS with FC Dallas. Jimmy Ableda would certainly like to get him some action tonight. Cross comes in looking for Ortiz. Viñals is there. Esparza was pushing up again from that left fullback spot. Trying to get back in position now, and he fouls Matt Bolduc on the way. Get the all-new 2021 Kickers kits and check out the new product lines at shop.richmondkickers.com. Kickers in their all black tonight. Seen that cool gray kit as well as the white kit. All these teams now, most of the teams I should say, with 3 kits. Some with a few more than that. There's Victor Falk, the man from Sweden. Nice ball through for Bryant. Bryant played more of a wide role than he did in his first few starts with Richmond. Jimmy Ableda said he put Luca Petrasso, the talented fullback from Toronto, in his pocket last week in that victory. Of course, Toronto a far different prospect on the road than they are at home. Picked up another big home win last night. Still just outside the playoff spots. 1 point coming into tonight. They'll certainly be rooting for either a Tucson winner or a draw in that late game tonight. Tucson will be wearing their El Jefe Jaguar jerseys tonight. Certainly a different look. Lovely ball here through to Bryant in the channel. Cross in. There was nobody really in there just yet. Wise to have pulled it back more towards Bolaños or Terzaghi. He does earn himself a corner. First one of the night versus Chattanooga's 3. Neil Vinyals will take it. See Terzaghi hanging out of that front post where he scored that goal in the same position last weekend. Ball comes in looking for Cole, and it almost goes in the far corner. Good header by Chris Cole. Coming towards it. He's coming towards the ball, still managed to direct it almost past the far post. Let's take another look at it here. Nice ball in by Vinyals. Yeah, Cole. Tim Troke was glad to see that one go by his far post. He was trying to get over there, but I'm not sure if he would have got there in time had it been on target. Chris Cole, the man from North Carolina, his 3rd straight start. Didn't start much in the middle of the season. Started a few games in July, August. But lost out to JP Monticelli, we thought, for that left back spot, but seems to be back in good favor with Darren Sawatsky. There's another look at Jimmy Ableda, man from Uruguay. With Uruguayan background, I should say. I was giving him grief a couple of weeks ago about not having a Uruguayan player. Then he finally signed David Teixeira. That had been in the work, I think, for at least a month or two. He wanted to have signed him earlier. Just obviously some paperwork issues, etc. Didn't get him signed till recently. There's Darren Sawatsky. Baldock. Bryant again. Play well so far here. Good tackle there, though. Ruiz will come away with it. It's a good tackle by Villalobos. Here's Walefi. We'll just reset here. The USL on ESPN continues with a clash of playoff implications. Louisville City FC looks to stay atop the Central Division against the New Mexico United side, fighting for the final spot in the Mountain. Don't miss the drama unfold Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. That's tomorrow. Nice little 1-2 here. Frischnick off the post. Cleared away by Vinyals. Frischnick is off to a great start tonight. Forced that great save by Fitzgerald, and then now off the woodwork. Big man looking for his 2nd goal of the season. Kerry Fitzgerald was beaten. Came back off the post and hooked away by Vinyals. Frischnick spent last season with the Las Vegas Lights. Only made 1 start for them in the USL Championship. Man out of BYU. Vinyals with a poor touch there, and Chattanooga will continue to keep the pressure on. Pineda. Good tackle by Bolaños. Pineda goes down under pressure. That will be a throw, though, to Richmond. Ronaldo Pineda, more of a midfielder normally. Mentioned that with the move of Ricketts into centre back, needed somebody to fill in until Daniel Navarro could get healthy. Jimmy Ableda did say it could be a couple of weeks. Also missing Rafa Minsigan. Should be another couple of weeks for him as well. Thus the purchase of Teixeira, or the bringing in of Teixeira, I should say, with Minsigan being out. Ableda needed a little more help in the center forward depth department. Teixeira's been a goal scorer wherever he's gone. Played with Virgil van Dijk of Liverpool at Groningen in the Netherlands. This one comes off Bryant, cleared away, all the way down to Tim Trill. So look at the River City Red Army. Pleasant night, warm enough for t-shirts. Not warm enough for Jimmy Ableda apparently. Pineda will try to keep this one in and may have well have done, but then Comes off the side of his foot and out for a goal kick. I mentioned the series. Chattanooga has won 6 of these 7 games between these two teams. No ties in the 7-game series. Richmond did win the first meeting 1-0 back in 2019, and the last 4 matchups have resulted in 2-1 scorelines. Chattanooga continuing to keep the pressure on here in this first 20 minutes. Also mentioned pregame, Richmond looking for their first set of back-to-back wins this season. Been great at home. 5 wins, 1 loss, and 5 draws at home. Mark only bettered at home by these Chattanooga Red Wolves in their 7 wins. Game slowed down a little bit here pace-wise. Magallanes, been a rock at the back for Sawatsky this season. Good partnership, him and Jalen Crislett. Terzaghi goes down and then gets stomped on by Bolaños. I think it may have been accidental. Bolaños asking if Terzaghi's okay. Terzaghi's up and moving. Remember, last year Emiliano Terzaghi went down late in the season, perhaps cost Richmond a playoff spot. Here's another look at it now, shoving the back. I think Bolaños, excuse me, not Bolaños. Ricketts, I mean, was trying to get the ball away. Getting my 17s mixed up. Ricketts was trying to get the ball away, I think, and may have kicked it into Terzaghi's midriff by accident. Stay up to date with Kickers team news, scores and more on the Kickers mobile app. Download now on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Goals and let that one run out for a goal kick. It's Ruiz looking for Carrera Garcia, but Richmond got players behind the ball. Pineda. Jonathan Ricketts. She played with his teammate Rafa, his injured teammate Rafa Midskin in college at Bryan College. And a nice discovery for the Red Wolves out of their Dalton Red Wolves affiliate team in League 2. One of the 2 League 2 sides they have. Ricketts will go all the way back to Trill. It's only been a bit more of a chess match in these last 5 minutes or so. After that frenetic first 5 minutes. It was a wide open game. Chattanooga threw everything at it to try and get that early goal on the road. Sawatsky wants that throw and will get it. Calva with a throw in. Vinyals in some space. Swings it wide, just over the head of Bolaños, and out for a throw. So halfway through this first half here from Richmond. No goals between the Kickers and the Red Wolves. Richmond only have 3 goals total in their last 4 games. 1 shutout, 3 games with 1 goal apiece. A lot of coaches in this league always talk about finding that second goal, as that's a challenge from Vinyals. He got the ball, but it was a little reckless. Lucky perhaps not to get away with a yellow card there. The man from Spain, former South Georgia Tormenta player. Spent 4 years as part of that program, came through Tormenta 2 as well. Always a danger from set pieces, Neil Vinyals. Don't forget to stay with us later tonight, as you mentioned, 10 o'clock, p.m. Eastern. FC Tucson hosting North Texas. A game perhaps a lot of teams would like to see end in a draw, especially after those 4 results last night. 4 wins on the board. A little clumsy there from Calvo. You see the scores from last night in the top right-hand corner of your screen. Greenville with a big late winner courtesy of an own goal from Aime Mabika. You see those highlights from Friday night at halftime. Comes Ortiz cutting in from that left wing where he's found himself back again. Villalobos. Out wide to Pineda. Chattanooga will recycle. Ortiz. Pineda with some space on the right. Swings it in! Flicks off the top of Ricky Ruiz's head. And out for a goal kick. Beautiful cross by Pineda. He's found himself in some advanced positions on this right wing so far tonight. And acting like a midfielder, but playing right back. We'll see if Darren Sawatsky attacks him there as the night goes on. We saw Greenville do that a little last night against Fort Lauderdale, who had Harvey Neville, the normal defensive midfielder, playing at right back due to some injuries with Darren Powell's squad. Alan Gavilanes had himself quite a time down that left side early against Neville. Here's Vinales. Calvo. Bryant can't control with his head, and Ramos will calmly go back to Tim Trilk. Tim Trilk very good with his feet. Also a great shot stopper, as we've seen so far this season. Certainly another candidate for goalkeeper of the year. Both keepers tonight, 2 of the best in the league. A new era of Division II professional women's soccer begins in 2023 with the introduction of the USL Super League. Head over to uslsoccer.com/USL Super League to learn more. This one's up in the air. Good aerial duel one there by Frischnick. Carrera Garcia getting up. Bolaños. Looks for the through ball. A nice ball for Terzaghi. Good first touch by the veteran Argentine. It's clear how Chattanooga are going to play Emiliano Terzaghi with his back to goal. They're not going to give him any space no matter where he is on the field. They'll foul while necessary, especially in that middle third like they did there. This one goes all the way back to Trilk. Darren Sawatsky over the last few weeks has been looking for a little more respect for his star striker when it comes to refereeing. Speaking of refereeing, Matt France is going to have a word with Ivan Magalhães, veteran Brazilian, 27 years old. Started every game but 2 this season, former second-round pick in 2016 by Houston. Spent some time with the Rowdies as well. Let's take another look at this on the replay. Just a little over the back of Blake Frischnick. A little too much contact with the head. We'll restart here with Ricketts from the center circle. Frischnick, perhaps 2 of the game's best chances so far. Lovely ball through again to Frischnick. Backs in Magalhães. The shot comes off Falk. Chattanooga were looking for the handball, and once again, there goes Terzaghi, and that's going to be enough. Matt France has seen enough. As you can see, the Richmond players coming to the defense of Emiliano Terzaghi. Good work by Matt France to keep them separated. Darren Sawatsky got the yellow card he's been looking for, and it comes to the big center back, Jason Ramos. It's probably about the 4th or 5th foul from behind on Terzaghi tonight. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, nasty clip of the heel by Ramos. You can see the reaction of the Richmond bench. They've had enough of that nonsense. Having a word with our assistant referee, Megan Mullen, there on the far side. Jason Ramos out of Montebello, California. Came through a tryout last season. 6th in League One clearances this year. Of course, Chattanooga missing Kapazuki tonight. Got his 2nd red card of the season last week. Jimmy Ableda said he spoke to Kapazuki about his discipline. Thinks his team doesn't always get a fair shake, although it was perhaps a deserved red. It's Vinyals on his left side. Richmond will recycle Cole. Back to Maguiares with those bright red boots. Swings it over nicely, but over the head of Esteban Calvo on that right side, pushing up from his fullback. See that stat there, 6-0 against Richmond, Chattanooga since back in June 2019. Dominated this series. Past the half-hour mark here in Richmond, no score between the Red Wolves and the Kickers. My name's Ross Davenport. Thanks for joining us here tonight. After a frantic start, the pace has slowed quite a bit over the last 15 to 20 minutes. A shot from Frischnick that hit the woodwork back in the 18th minute. He had that header from Ruiz a few minutes later. The last 15 minutes have been pretty pedestrian, though. That's a good throw. Off the head of Ricky Ruiz, though, and out for a goal kick. Down goes Ronaldo Pineda under a challenge from Jonathan Bolaños. We'll have a yellow card this time for the Kickers. As Bolaños enters the book. Matt France clearly trying to stamp out this physical play. It's Bolaños' 3rd yellow card of the season. We saw Ramos enter the book earlier. That was his 5th yellow card. Experience the Kickers in a whole new way in 2021 with Kickers Plus, an all-you subscription plan. Save you 50% off match day tickets, access to special events and exclusive digital content, 15% off merchandise and more. Subscribe now at richmondkickers.com/Kickers Plus. Stroke clears into the Virginia night, looking for the head of Frischnick. Baldock playing more of that central role. It's been effective there, staying again there tonight. We asked Darren Sawatsky how much he was going to perhaps tinker with his lineup. So many key matchups coming up. And get that consistency, obviously with Moran being out, he had to make a change, but everybody else reasonably the same for Richmond. In fact, for Moran, the only change off that late win over Toronto. Devontae DuBose, good to see him back on the bench for Richmond. Nearly a year out, actually more than a year out, with that knee injury. That was sustained against Tormenta back in late July. We should see him in the second half. It's kind of a harmless, I was watching the replay of that injury earlier today. Lucas Coutinho of Tormenta sort of fell over and rolled into Dubos's leg. It didn't look too bad at the time, but he's missed more than a year. Saw him off the bench recently. We should see him tonight, perhaps, if Darren Sawatsky needs some attacking options from the fullback spot. There he is, Javante Dubose. Great to see him back. Also did a great video earlier this season talking about his battle with depression. Check that one out online. Former Virginia Tech star. Here comes Pineda. Lovely ball to the far side, looking for Ortiz. Will he keep it in? No. Lovely seeking ball, though, for the left winger tonight. Yeah, making his first start since mid-July. Spent some time in the championship with Galaxy 2 as well as FC Cincinnati last season. Sorry, he spent last season on loan with Charlotte. Bolaños tracking back. 10 minutes here or so left in this first half from City Stadium. Chattanooga with the better of the early chances in this one for sure. Blake Frischnick hit the post. Also forced a great save from Akira Fitzgerald. That's back at the 12th minute. We'll see highlights of that one at halftime. Don't forget, stick around with us for our Noodles and Company halftime report. More highlights from yesterday's matches, as well as news and notes from around League One. It's a quick throw. Falk gives that one away, though. Here's Ortiz. Chattanooga will reset. Both these teams will finish their seasons with 2 road games. Richmond will play at Omaha and at Tucson. Talk about a tough way to finish the season. Meanwhile, Chattanooga will play at Greenville and at Madison. Not easy either, but Richmond certainly with the tougher of the 2 finales in this one. Here comes Bolaños now, 2-on-2. Gets held by Villalobos, no call though. Chance there for a break. Is Bryant on the right. Esparza goes over to pay him attention. Cross in, but Bolaños. You can hear from the reaction of the crowd. It was a half chance. It was a lovely ball in. Bolaños just couldn't get the correct side of his head on it. Goes out for a goal kick. First real bit of action we've had here in 10 minutes or so. There's the young man Bryant on the right. Cross had a lot of height to it, but Bolaños had time to get underneath it, beat Pineda to it. Just couldn't make good enough contact. Certainly a half chance for the home team. This one's cleared downfield. Frischnick, Magallanes is all over it. That's going to be a yellow card for Ivan Magallanes. His 3rd of the season. Second one tonight for Richmond behind Jonathan Bolaños. It's another one of those 50-50 yellow card calls. It was not in a particularly dangerous area of the field. Magallanes had plenty of help. Either way, it's a free kick here for Chattanooga. 35 yards out or so. Last time they had a free kick here, they just went backwards with it. See if they can put this one into a little bit of a more dangerous spot. Carrera Garcia will leave it for Ruiz. Left-footed low ball was a nice little training ground play. Didn't quite come off, but Red Bulls still have possession. You see what they were trying to do. Terzaghi, who's had a very quiet first half, chases this one. He'll make Tim Trug do something with it. He goes long. Carrera Garcia. Villalobos. And wide to Ruiz, looking for his 9th assist. Leaves it for Ortiz, who's now on this right side. Good cross in, headed away by Chrysler, but straight up in the air. Viñals will hook it away. Shot here by Ricketts, deflects. Off Carrera Garcia, which is why Akira Fitzgerald let it go for a goal kick. Didn't initially see who it had hit on the way through there. Ricketts. Didn't see too many long distance attempts from a center back. Did have 33 goals and 28 assists in his career at Bryan College. He spent most of his time playing midfield there. So does have a knack for goal, Mr. Ricketts. Victor Falk. Looking for Bryant on the run. Over there is Esparza, who's knock it out for a throw. Jonathan Esparza, 22-year-old from California. Very versatile player. Can play midfield as well as forward. Started the first 14 games this season. He hasn't been seen much since. Good battle here between Chrysler and Frischning. Chrysler wins that one. Here's Carrera Garcia taking on players. Gets into a bit of trouble though, and Baldock with the solid tackle. Here's Cole. Nice ball down the left for Bolaños, who is offside. The switch is on to Atlantic Union Bank. J.D. Power ranked them highest in customer satisfaction for consumer banking in the Mid-Atlantic. And they humbly thank their customers for rating them best. Visit AtlanticUnionBank.com or a local branch today and make the switch to Atlantic Union Bank. Long ball here for Carrera Garcia. Good work by him to keep it in. Victor Falk was signaling for the throw. Whistle didn't come initially. So we're into the last 5 minutes of this first half from Richmond. No score between the Red Wolves and the Kickers. Two teams up as this ends of the table for now, but Richmond could jump up 5 spots if they can win this one. Is that going to be another yellow card? It was a 50-50 tackle. Looks like between Ortiz and Baldock. Both of them coming off a little worse for wear. You see Matt Frentz has his hand ready. He's just waiting for Ortiz to get up. It will be our 4th yellow card of this first half, 2 for each team. Ortiz's first yellow card of the season. Ray Ortiz goes into Matt France's book. Looking at the stats so far, Chattanooga with 11 shots. Only 2 of them on target there. Richmond still seeking their first shot on target of the game. They only have 2 total. Most of those shots coming early for Chattanooga. Akira Fitzgerald with that big first save early against Frischning. Had a few blocked shots. Both saves coming from Frischning. We're going to have a free kick here for the Kickers. Dangerous position, just a yard inside the right touchline level with the edge of the box. Can't quite see in our pitch, but I'm sure Jalen Chrysler and Ivan Magallanes are up for this one. The 2 big target men at center back. Up forward here to perhaps try and get a touch on this one. Viñals with the delivery. He goes deep, looking for the header. Chrysler goes over his head. Bryant's out there to claim though. Get there ahead of Pineda. Cole. Still chip ball in. Bolaños with his back to goal. Trying to turn Ruiz. Doesn't succeed in doing so. Gets double teamed and goes back to Cole. Cole swings it in left-footed. Good touch for Tazargi, right where you want him to have the ball, 12 yards out with his back to goal. So dangerous there. But the shot from the Argentine is right at Tim Truk. Let's take another look at it here. It's a nice ball in from Cole. Had pace, and it was a lovely first touch from Terzaghi. And I think everybody in the stadium would have perhaps expected him to force Tim Truk to have to do a little more work. But the first shot on goal tonight for the Kickers comes in the 45th minute. As Bolduc goes down under the challenge of Carrera Garcia, who doesn't agree with the decision. He's going to have a word with the captain. Carrera Garcia also spent last year with Las Vegas Lights. As did Frischnick, two teammates last year in the USL Championship. Played his college ball at Cal alongside Fort Lauderdale CF goalkeeper Drake Callender, as well as Jonathan Klinsmann, son of Jurgen Klinsmann. Threat on the set pieces. We're going to have our 5th yellow card of the half. It almost looked like Matt France was going to go for the red card there for a second. That one's given out to Ronaldo Pineda. So half the Chattanooga backline now with a yellow card. Ramos and now Pineda. Jimmy Ableda not exactly blessed with depth at the moment along the backline. Jorge Luna, the only true defender on the bench. He does have several players that could play back there if needed. Ricky Ruiz obviously spent last year at the fullback spot, which is hard to believe considering what he's done from the midfield position this year. Here's Falk. Richmond looking for a late goal here. 1 minute of extra time added on to the end of this first half here from Richmond. Chattanooga had a couple of real good chances early. Terzaghi with one late for Richmond. We'll hit the 90-second mark, and that'll do it, I think. It's Matt France. I don't know if he went to his book again there. A bit of confusion, perhaps. I'm not sure. No, that is the end of the first half. From here in Richmond, no goals between the visiting Red Wolves and the host Kickers. Both teams looking for a key 3 points in this packed League One table. We'll be right back with you in a few minutes on the Noodles Company's halftime report. Again, no score between the Kickers and the Red Wolves here in Richmond.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
I'm saving money for the animal shelter. Could I give Pixie a bath for $3?
Sure.
Wash your car for $5?
Deal.
How about I keep your money in my bank? Just $7 a month.
We already have free checking from Atlantic Union Bank. But wait, I have another idea. Come with me.
It's your money. Why pay a monthly fee or get hit with hidden charges?
How much?
You don't have that kind of money.
You can call James River Air, or you can schedule service online. Either way, we'll show up on time, or it's free. James River Air, Richmond's #1 heating, cooling, and plumbing company.
If you thought only athletes were superstitious, then you haven't met the CBS 6 This Morning team. Like Rob here. He has to do everything 6 times before the newscast even begins.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Tom's all worried about stepping on cracks. And Reba, she has several good luck charms. It's getting out of hand. Oh, watch the ladder. Oh my goodness. Are you okay?
Make CBS 6 This Morning your superstition. Watch 4:30 to 7.
Trust, but verify. Let James River Air give you a free second opinion on any HVAC, plumbing, or electrical problem. It won't cost you a dime, and it could save you a bundle. Call 1-800-COMFORT and ask for your free second opinion.
Halftime brought to you by Noodles & Company. Ready to kick a dinner-winning goal? We're ready to put in the assist with a big discount from your friends at Noodles & Company. To make the play, all you have to do is pull out your phone, download the Noodles & Company app, get $4 off any order of $10 or more, then enter code KICKERS21 at checkout to keep your whole team happy. And once your rewards member, the savings will keep on coming. Download the Noodles app today and win dinner tonight. So speaking of dinner, Friday night dinner was fun in USL League when we had a record 4 games on the slate. First one coming north of the border, Toronto FC2 scoring the most goals at home at BMO Training Ground since way back in September 2019. They scored 3 last night. This was the first one coming off Maples, his first of the season. Actually, all 3 goals for the home team in this one were first goals of the season. The second one here in the second, courtesy of Franklin. Franklin actually had 2 assists as well on the night. Toronto playing very well at home, hard to beat. North of the border, as we said, at BMO Training Ground, 2 wins, 3 ties there. They got 3 more home games coming up, and this was also the first match there where the opposing coach did not get a card. Traveling short-handed north of the border, a little frustrating for the visiting coaches as Rothrock gets his first one of the season there to wrap things up in Toronto. Now, in New England, they'd won 2 straight. They were looking for their 3rd straight win, and they would get it. They have more 1-0 wins this season than any other team in League One. Joe Rice coming up here with an early save. They're 6-2 in games that just 1 goal in them, and they're looking to push into those playoff spots now, perhaps clinch something here down the stretch. New England's tied it with Chattanooga now with 7 home wins as Edward Kizza with the only goal in this one here, cleaning up after the spill from Phil Brino. Left-footed finish, the difference in this one up in Massachusetts. Madison would have a late shot here. Not sure what Jake Keegan was doing there. He managed to get his head on it after falling over. This was an amazing save by Joe Rice. Came out to close down the angle to deny Keegan, who got off the ground to attempt that shot, but it wasn't to be for Madison. They're still sitting outside the playoff spots, but still chaotic table. There's still a chance for the boys from Wisconsin to perhaps find their way up the table over the next couple of weeks. Now in Greenville, Romeo Beckham almost had his first assist as a pro here, but a great save by Paul Christensen, strong with the right hand to deny Sean Hunda. This one would come down to a late own goal, but Greenville had a golden chance here to take a lead. Ibarra just couldn't find Marius Lomas. Teams are 1-17-8 this season when they concede an own goal, and it was this man off the bench, Don Smart, lovely right-footed cross, was looking for Lachlan McLean and instead found the foot of Ami Mabika. Next up for Greenville, a big trip to Omaha on Saturday, next Saturday that is. Omaha will be coming off a short week. They also play on Wednesday against the losers here, Fort Lauderdale. Now into the final game at Russell Park. Unfortunately, it wasn't a great way to end things for Tormenta. This man caused all sorts of trouble all night. Evan Conway, he picked up the 11th hat-trick in League One history. There was the second one. What a golazo there by the man who spent most of the early part of the season on the injured list. It was the first time Tormenta had ever allowed a hat-trick. It was the 6th hat-trick in USL League One this season, which broke 2019's mark of 5. Damir Villader, another golazo. There's going to be some competition between teammates, perhaps, for goal of the week this week. They weren't done, as we mentioned. Evan Conway with the hat-trick. Omaha in those bright vault kits, all vault in this one, and it was all vault from Evan Conway. He would find his 3rd left-footed finish there, past Pablo Hara. We'll take a wider look around the USL League. USL coming up here in a minute on the Noodles & Company halftime reports.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
Hey, y'all. Can we change up the chores?
Sorry. It's up to the wheel, man.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, change the channel back.
Sorry, it's up to the wheel.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
He's after it again. Opino got the shot away.
Jimmy McLaughlin, oh, sensational! Cuts it back, Armando Moreno sticks it in, and Josh Suggs tucks it away. And the header, and it's saved by Tampakis.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
Welcome back to the Noodles and Company halftime report. Some news and notes from around League One. 29 matches remaining in October. 29 exciting ones with the way this table is looking at the moment. Hispanic Heritage Month continuing for another couple of weeks. Check out FC Tucson tonight in their El Jefe jerseys with the Jaguar on it, and Nicky Hernandez, Player of the Week, and we'll see him right here again on the Team of the Week, along with Emiliano Terzaghi, Justin Rennick, two guys that had late winners last weekend. Here are your goal leaders. Not much change in this department yet. This was coming into tonight. Lomas, Mecoletto, and Hurst all shut out on Friday. But we do have some changes in the assist department. Devin Boyce with his hat-trick of assists on Friday. He jumps up into the mix. They're all trying to chase Ricky Ruiz with his 8 assists on the season. Here's your goals against leader. Akira Fitzgerald leads the league in saves and clean sheets, which a combo you'd normally think would give him the goalkeeper of the year by default, but he's still in 4th place in the GAA rankings as of tonight. Here are your scores from earlier this week on Friday, last night. 4 teams, all with wins, changing that table up a little bit. The team's trying to separate them a little bit. Yes, 4 clean sheets, as well as you can see there. So with FC Tucson coming up tonight. This is a game we didn't have broadcast because we had some technical difficulties. North Texas has given Tucson, the hottest team in the league, some trouble this season. They've yet to beat them in their 3 matches. So tune in tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus with TFC. If Tucson can continue their hot run, North Texas could really use a win. They're hanging on right at the edge of the playoff spots coming into tonight. 3 points would certainly help the 2019 champions. And here's your upcoming schedule. We've got a couple of midweek matches Wednesday. That rescheduled match from Hurricane Ida, Richmond against Madison, as well as Union Omaha, Fort Lauderdale. You see Omaha again there, a short week before playing the defending League One champions. So stick around. We'll be right back with highlights from the first half as well as full stats here on the Noodles and Company halftime report from Richmond.
Health. Suddenly that word seems more important these days, as it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with the provider today.
I'm saving money for the animal shelter. Could I give Pixie a bath for $3?
Sure.
Wash your car for $5?
Deal.
How about I keep your money in my bank? Just $7 a month.
We already have free checking from Atlantic Union Bank. But wait, I have another idea. Come with me.
It's your money. Why pay a monthly fee or get hit with hidden charges?
How much?
You don't have that kind of money.
Whether you like it cool or hot or somewhere in between, James River Air will keep you exactly where you want to be. Call 1-800-COMFORT. James River Air, Richmond's #1 heating and cooling company.
Everybody has a story. Professional artist, nationally acclaimed guitarist, professional wrestler fighting cancer. From shy child to street performer, producing music in the pandemic. The king of Carytown. Meet the most interesting people in Central Virginia. I Have a Story with Greg McQuaid, Fridays at 11.
You can call James River Air, or you can schedule service online. Either way, we'll show up on time, or it's free. James River Air, Richmond's #1 heating, cooling, and plumbing company.
Welcome back to the Noodles and Company halftime report. Today's match is presented by the YMCA of Greater Richmond. From exercise classes to personal training, swimming to summer camp, your neighborhood YMCA has programs for the whole family. Visit www.ymcarichmond.org to learn more. Let's take a look at our halftime highlights. No goals to show you, but plenty of early chances for the visitors from Chattanooga. They got off to a flying start here. Let's go back to the 12th minute. This was Blake Frischnick with a rocket with his right foot. Lovely save up high by our player to watch tonight, Akira Fitzgerald. We knew he'd come up with a big save at some point, just like he always seems to do for the kickers. And then going ahead to the 15th minute, this was a header by Chris Cole. 8 yards out, got a good head on it. It's on the other side of Blake Frischnick, but couldn't direct it on target. Richmond would have to wait quite a while for their only shot on goal of the first half. This was Frischnick again here in the channel left side, off the far post. A couple of great early chances, as we mentioned, for Chattanooga, but not able to put them in the back of the net. Seems to have been the problem over these last few games for the Red Wolves in their little sort of mini slump. This was a chance for Bolaños at the far post. Got a good head on it, just couldn't get the right part of his head on it. Good leap over Ronaldo Pineda. Bolaños was active down that left side. There are your halftime stats. 11 shots for the Red Wolves, but only 2 of them on target. Dominated the possession side of things. Richmond tend to come into the game as they go along. We'll see if Darren Skwatsky mentioned in our pre-week chat that he was going to make some changes at halftime. We may have a different formation or system here in the second half. We'll see. Let you know if we have any substitutions, but we're ready to go here. It's Jose Carrera Garcia with the fake out. Tsuzaki's still not back in his own half. We've already had 5 yellows. We don't need another one. Trying to see if we have any noticeable changes. Don't see any yet. We'll find out in a minute officially. Has run away here. Second 45 minutes from City Stadium as Fitzgerald comes out to claim early. He had that big save in the first half. Up high from that man right there in the center of your picture, Blake Frischnick. Chattanooga with perhaps the more potent offensive options on the bench in the form of Galindrez, Teixeira, and Hernandez. We have Alex Anderson for Richmond, as well as Luke Pavone and Hernan Gonzalez. Anderson's been a super sub at times this year, and it doesn't take long for our first foul, 31 seconds to be precise. As Ruiz is taken down. Ramos, one of the owners of one of those 5 red yellow cards in the first half. All came within a 15-minute span. The first one didn't come till the 29th minute. That was for Jason Ramos. It's Carrera Garcia stuck in the corner with Magallanes. Villalobos. Carrera Garcia in some space. He swings it in towards the far post. Good claim there by Fitzgerald before the ball could reach Ortiz. Our player to watch for Chattanooga. He popped up a couple of times in the first half in decent positions. It was a very frantic start to that first 45 minutes. Things slowed down a little bit after the 15-minute mark. See Darren Skwatsky putting his hands up in frustration at that ball intended for Bolaños. Toronto a while to get going last night against NCFC. Their first goal didn't come till the 65th minute. They ended up winning 3-0. So still plenty of time in this one. A draw would obviously help a number of teams around both these sides. Certainly wouldn't do Richmond any favors. They really need points and quickly. Especially as we mentioned with those tough 2 matchups coming up at the end of the season. At Omaha and at Tucson. Next up for Chattanooga will be North Carolina FC, and then a home game against Toronto, and they finish with trips to Greenville and Madison. Every one of these games mattering down the stretch here. Walefi flicks it in the box towards nobody. Fitzgerald claims on the bounce. Looking to play it out from the back. Fitzgerald almost in reverse. He'll put it down on the ground and try to play it out here. Chattanooga with a bit of a press. Frischnick with some good pressure. I thought it had come off Frischnick, but it's going to be a corner for Chattanooga. They had 3 of them in the first half. I think all of them in the first 20, 25 minutes or so. Low delivery in for Frischnick with his back to goal. Back heel for Carrera Garcia. He strikes it first time. Blocked there by Cole, and out for the 5th corner of the night for the visitors. Chattanooga have scored 21 times in the second half this season. That's the most in League One. Richmond not too far behind with 16 of their own. A repeat of that corner. We'll see if Carrera Garcia goes the same way. Reeves was coming short looking for it, but he was tracked there. So it will be swung in off the top of a Richmond head. Chattanooga will keep it in. Ortiz looking to take on Terzaghi. It does beats him. Right-footed cross comes in behind Frischnick. Headed away by Falk. Chattanooga keep it in. Ruiz is going to have a go here with his left foot, but that's well wide of Akira Fitzgerald's goal. Get the all-new Richmond Kickers 2021 kits and check out the new product lines at shop.richmondkickers.com. Richmond trying to play their way out of this press. They do get out of their third, but not the half. But Chattanooga gives it right back to the home team. Calvo will jog over to get this one. Esteban Calvo missed some games early this season. He was stuck in his home country of Costa Rica. Former FIU player. Played there with Andrew Booth of Greenville. It's Pineda. Out wide to Ruiz. Chris Cole's over there to pay him some attention. Ruiz almost beats Cole, but it's a good lunging tackle by the left back. And here comes Terzaghi. Bolaños now looking to turn his opposite number, Ricketts. Ricketts out of the fullback spot now. He's playing center back tonight though. Ball comes in for Terzaghi in some space. Trying to get onto his left foot. Blocked there by Ramos. And it will be a second corner of the night for the Kickers. Good deep position again by Terzaghi, but he just couldn't produce a shot on goal this time. Last time he produced a weak effort right at Tim Trilk. Vinyals will take this one. Cruiser in the box along with Magallanes. This one comes in. Trilk's there. Claim it only gets fingertips on it, and it comes all the way out here to Ethan Bryant. Not the best effort there by Tim Trilk. Bryant looking for space to get the cross in. Goes back to Falk. He swings it in. Look at the back post. Header's there. Great save by Trilk. Terzaghi with the rebound. His 14th of the season. Who else but Emiliano Terzaghi? That goal brought to you by Better Med Urgent Care. 1-0 Kickers in the 52nd minute. It was a nice cross in by Falk. I think it was Jalen Crisler with the initial header. It was a beautiful save by Tim Trilk. Let's take another look at it again here. Good cross by Falk. The header by Chris, a lovely save by Truk, and there's Terzaghi with the right-footed volley into the back of the empty net. Victor Falk making an impression here, replacing Zaka Moran. It'll be Chrysler with the assist, but give credit to this man from Sweden with the initial cross. As you can see there, Terzaghi with his 14th goal of the season. They might as well start building the statue for that man already. If they make the playoffs, that is. They'll be up into 6th place if they can hold on to this 1-0 win. River City Red Army loves that goal. Not as late as the last one here at at City Stadium last weekend. Fourth minute here in Richmond. The home team with a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Emiliano Terzaghi. Reigning league MVP, one of only 6 players to score a goal for the Kickers this season. Red Bulls have had 10 different players score. Ramos heads this one back to Truk. It was a great save by Truk initially on the goal, but Terzaghi there, as he always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Terzaghi with his 14th goal. The rest of the team has 12 goals combined. Bolaños with 4, Anderson with 3, JP Monticelli not in the lineup tonight with 2, Vinyals with 2, and Bolduc with 1. Darren Sawatsky talked to us midweek about how special of a player Emiliano Terzaghi is. He stepped up tonight. He said he takes a long time to build winning culture, and he is exactly what we're all about. He's great off the field just as he is on the field. As you see there, Richmond 6 wins when scoring the first goal this season. Can't discount Chattanooga's ability to come back, though. Done it all season. Not as much of late, though. Injuries have played a bit of a factor with Jimmy Ablade's men. Shipped ahead towards Terzaghi. Ricketts has got to be careful. He turns it over to Bolduc. Good work by Matt Bolduc there to earn himself a corner. Vinyals will come over to take this one. Third corner of the evening for the Kickers. They have a 1-0 lead, as you mentioned, up to 6th for now. If they can claim the 3 points tonight, of course, North Texas could take that spot back over again if they can win in Tucson tonight against the hottest team in the league. Vinyals with the corner. Good corner again. This one again for Chrysler. All the way back out to Bolaños, working hard back here, and he'll go all the way back to Akira Fitzgerald. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watson, Devin Kerr, every Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM 157 and the SXM app. Leffy. So we may have our first substitutions of the evening. And it will be the Uruguayan signee, David Teixeira, coming into this one. He's number 99 on the right-hand side of your screen, along with Marquis Hernandez. Hernandez, 4 goals and 3 assists this season. It started 6 of the last 9 coming into this one. So Ray Ortiz leaves the field. Not the most productive night for our player to watch. So Teixeira in for Frischneck, the straight up swap there at the center forward position for Jimmy Ablada. Hernandez as well should slide in on that left side where Ray Ortiz was. May see Hernandez flip sides a little bit with the Ruiz. Certainly work down one of the wings. Jimmy Ablada not wasting any time here. Trying to stay with Union Omaha and have a shot at that home field advantage. Hernandez cuts it back for Teixeira. Left-footed shot is deflected off foul, and that gives Fitzgerald enough time. That would have been quite the introduction for the man from Uruguay, number 99. Played at the 2011 U20 World Cup for Uruguay. Started 2 of their 3 group games there. Again, was a designated player for FC Dallas. I think he might be the first former MLS designated player to play in League One. Might be wrong. I'll let my producer Ryan Rose look that one up. His referee Matt Franz is going to have a word here with somebody. It's going to be with Ronaldo Pineda, who already has a yellow card tonight. He's got to be careful. Let's take another look at that foul. Yeah, just a little clip from behind on Bolaños. That one may have hurt. Pineda's very lucky there not to get a second yellow. You could tell him, you could see him, Matt France talking to him and saying that was very close to being a second yellow, young man. Now, there's the return foul from Bolaños. As down goes Pineda. As mentioned, Teixeira, 30 years old. Came out of the Defensor club in Uruguay. He spent some time with Groningen in the Netherlands, where, of course, legendary Uruguayan player Luis Suarez spent time. Also played in Turkey, Portugal, Cyprus. So quite a resume for a League One player to share. We'll see if he can make a difference tonight with his team down 1-0 here. A half hour remaining from City Stadium. Going to be too far ahead of Ronaldo Pineda. Be a throw in there for the kickers. The USL's elite pre-professional platform, the USL Academy, allows clubs to build a pathway to pro soccer by bringing together top local youth talent and helping players transition to their USL senior teams. For more information, visit usl-academy.com. Talked to Darren Sawatsky about his relationship with the youth programs in Richmond earlier this week. Worked closely with Richmond United, as did former coach David Bulow, who unfortunately passed away earlier this year. Great soccer community in Richmond. One of the oldest clubs in professional soccer history, if not the oldest in the USA. Chattanooga goes long here. Headed down by Teixeira, looking for Carrera Garcia. Almost fell to his feet, but Richmond will clear downfield. to Darren Sawatsky about Chattanooga coming into this one. He said they've been the bullies since day one, but the kids have started to stand up to them a little bit of late. Now Richmond potentially with a chance to give Chattanooga their 3rd loss in the last 4 games. Ricketts goes deep to Ruiz. Magallaya is out a little bit from his center back spot. That'll leave a gap in the middle. Richmond got players behind the ball now though. Ruiz looking to take on Chris Cole. Pineda earns himself a throw. Yes, he does. Greenville Triumph will find themselves only 5 points behind Chattanooga now if this result holds. Greenville do play Chattanooga down the stretch here. That could be a huge matchup. I'm sure Greenville would love to have a chance at that first round bye. Didn't look like they were going to a few weeks ago. So Leffy closed down space well by Bryant though, and here come the kickers. Bolaños. Bryant turns it over. Here's Teixeira. Space to run. Jimmy Blader thought he'd only have time, well, so he'd only have the fitness to give 20 minutes tonight. It's a dangerous ball in there. Well cleared away by Victor Falk on the diving header. His opposite number, Sparza, had a quiet night tonight. Yeah, Blader thought Teixeira would only have 20 minutes in him, but he's going to have to go 30 plus here tonight. So he was relatively fit, but not particularly game fit. Hasn't played in a while. Comes your goal scorer, Terzaghi. Just looking for Baldock, but good work back by Ramos. Once again, don't forget to stick around for the late tilt tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. FC Tucson hosting North Texas. Team Tucson has failed to beat so far this season. Should be a fun matchup there at Keno North. He's going to have a go from distance here. That's way wide of Akira Fitzgerald's goal. "25 minutes remaining in this one from City Stadium. Kickers 1, Red Wolves 0. Play their way out of the back here. Magalhaes will go deep. Looking for Bolaños. It's over his head. Pineda will get back in to the Chattanooga half. Cole returns the favor. Walefi. Herrera Garcia perhaps needs to get a little more involved in the center of the park. Richmond have stuffed things up there in the middle. Forced Chattanooga to go wide like they are here. Sparza earns himself a corner. Red Wolves with 61% possession so far this evening. 14 shots. Only the 3 on goal. Comes the 6th corner of the evening for the Red Wolves. Swung as a dangerous one. Fitzgerald with a good punch. And then Pineda with the audacious attempt from 25 yards, and that's shanked wide. And we'll have another substitution coming in here. It will be Duvante DeBose as well as Nathan Orney. Orney, little used this season for Darren Sawatsky. He's a big physical presence, can play in the midfield as well as on the back line. He's coming in for Bryant, perhaps to provide a bit of beef in the center of the midfield. And Esteban Calvo will make way for Duvante DuBose. Great to see him returning from his knee injury. He was going to be part of a fullback combination with Ian Antley. Darren Sawatsky was looking to unleash on League One, but obviously Ian Antley also went down with his own knee injury earlier this season. They've only got to play together once so far. Great to see Devontae DeBose out there. 29-year-old from Oakland, California. He was the first player signed by the Roots a couple of years ago. He was on the bench last week. That's what Nathan Orney's in there for, as an aerial target. Chattanooga come away with this one. Nice ball for Carrera Garcia over to Hernandez. Looking to take on DuBose. Good work by the substitute. Forces it back to Walefi. Now back out to Hernandez. That left-footed cross deflected off DuBose. And another corner for the Red Wolves as they look for that game-tying goal here. One will stay in play. To wait for a throw by Bolaños. May have got deflected on the way out. Richmond wanted the throw. It's going to be a Chattanooga throw. As Esparza comes over to perhaps launch this one into the box. Here's the throw from Esparza. It is a deep one. It's a good one. Headed away by Chrysler. No, it wasn't. It was Pineda with the initial shot, blocked and then cleared away by the kickers. Stay up to date with Kickers team news, scores and more on the Kickers mobile app. Download now on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. That's the Kickers app. Leffy under some pressure from Terzaghi. Now with a 2-goal lead in the Golden Boot race. Hernandez keeps this one in. No, he doesn't. Hernandez perhaps asking what kind of view Megan Mullen had on that far side. There's a look at your goal scorer. 24 career League One goals. That's the most of anybody in the nearly 3-year history of this league. There's Ruiz in some space. The assist leader. Swings it wide. Hernandez cuts back to his left foot. He'll have a go from there. You heard the oohs and ahs from the crowd. It wasn't too far away from Akira Fitzgerald's goal. Hernandez will strike them. He's got 4 goals on the season. Quality contact with that left foot. Hernandez played at the youth level with Jimmy Ableda. Won back-to-back Dallas Cup and National Championships with Fullerton Rangers. Played at Cal State Fullerton with Ronaldo Pineda. He's right back tonight. Ramos stepping up to claim that one. Teixeira, crowded out. Viñals with a nice little run. Boulder into the right channel. Swings it over, out of the reach of Bolaños. And out for a throw. Garcia fouled there by Falk. Rebels will go quickly. Looking to try and find that game-tying goal. Nathan Orney with perhaps got away with a shove in the back there. Join the USL in celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month through October 15th. Visit uslsoccer.com/Hispanic-heritage for exclusive content and stories that celebrate members of the Hispanic community that have shaped the USL. It's Hispanic Heritage Month going on just under a couple more weeks. We taped some stuff I know with Emiliano Terzaghi and some other Hispanic players on the Kickers squad that we should see soon on social media and on the website. Here's Esparza. Ruiz. Good work by Dubose. No. I thought that was good body work by Dubose, but referee Matt Franz disagreed. It will be a dangerous free kick here for the Red Wolves. Two usual suspects behind the ball in Ruiz and Carrera Garcia. Bolaños and Baldock in the two-man wall for Akira Fitzgerald. Plenty of heads to aim for here, especially Jason Ramos on the edge of the box. Good battle between him and Chrysler. Here's the ball swung in. Headed away by Chrysler, only as far as Villalobos. He can't control it. Hernandez goes back out to Alefi. First time cross falls at the feet of Esparza, but the kickers will clear. Here comes Bolaños in space on the right, one-on-one with Pineda, who's already on a yellow card. He can't afford to foul him. Bolaños stays on his feet well, looking for support. Finds it for Baldock, left-footed shots over the bar. Good work in the end by Pineda. He knew he couldn't foul Bolaños, but would face a red card. Let's take another look at it here. It's good work in the end to stand up. Bolaños had a hold of his jersey. Got away with the one there, perhaps. Bolaños with a good lay back to Baldock, but didn't get his head over the ball. We will have a substitution. That man there, Juan Galindrez, is Jimmy Ableda throwing everything at this one. Striker, one of the goal-scoring leaders in USL League One with 9 to his name so far in 2021. Can he make it 10 and tie this game up? So Galindrez on for Walefi. He'll surely push up alongside to share. Maybe more of a 4-4-2 now for Chattanooga. Here's Ricketts. Villalobos. Ramos looking for Galindrez. Headed away. Dubose, good work there. It's Falk. Nathan Orney. Good work here by the kickers, getting their way out of their own half. Trying to. Not quite yet, though. 15 minutes remaining in this contest from Richmond. Kickers with a 1-0 lead. Chrysler under some pressure from Galindrez, just ends up clearing it downfield. Ruiz finds the second ball. See, the kickers currently in 10th. A win here, though, would jump them up into 6th. Into the playoff positions. That's how tight this league still remains, despite those 4 wins yesterday. Carrera Garcia looking for options. Goes wide to Esparza. His left-footed cross attempt is blocked by Baldock. Kick it out for a throw. Obviously, you can never count this Red Wolves team out. Scored so many late goals this season to tie or win games. This one comes in, headed away again by Chrysler. He's been a big presence tonight at the back in the air. Hernandez out wide. Cross comes in looking for Teixeira. Only half clear there, Hernandez. Good work back by Terzaghi, who's then fouled by Hernandez. And that's got to be a yellow card, surely. And it will be to the substitute, Hernandez. 4th one of the evening for the Red Wolves. 5th one of the season for Hernandez. Terzaghi knew exactly what was coming. Hernandez just slowed his run a little bit. Earned a yellow card for Hernandez and some time off the clock, although it's like Terzaghi's down, feeling his right foot perhaps. There is Marky Hernandez. Led the team with 4 shots last week in that loss to New England. Only one of them on target, though. 25-year-old out of Anaheim, the magic spray onto the ankle of Emiliano Terzaghi. We'll see how long Darren Sawatsky leaves him in the game. Jimmy Abaleda. Trying to find the answer here and avoid a 3rd loss in the last 4 games. Kira Fitzgerald comes out to take this free kick. He's got a couple of yellow cards this season. I assume both of them for selective time wasting. I wouldn't mind getting a 3rd here if it results in a win. Not right here, but at some point in this last 12 minutes. Fitzgerald goes deep, looking for his 9th clean sheet of the season. Made 3 saves so far tonight. The first one, the best one, denying Blake Frischnick from a narrow angle, is Darren Sawatsky. We asked Darren Sawatsky what his team's got to do to continue this run towards the playoffs. He said, just got to grind, see if we can sneak into the playoffs, see what we can do. They're sneaking in right now, currently in 6th. If this result holds, we'll obviously get Zaka Moran back for that next match on Wednesday against Madison. That was the match rescheduled due to Hurricane Ida back in September. Down goes Pineda. You can see the Chattanooga bench looking for a card perhaps for Bolaños. He's already got a yellow card though, does number 17. Esparza. Almost forgot the ball. Ruiz. Shadowed by Baldock, who fouls him. A needless foul by Matt Baldock in a dangerous position. Ruiz wasn't really going anywhere. He had help from Dubose. That's a bit silly from Matt Baldock. See if it results in a chance here for Chattanooga. Stiardo in from that left touchline. You can see 10 yards out exactly from the corner flag. As Matt France gives his instruction to wait for the whistle. Ramos, Galindres, Teixeira, all in the box, looking to get on the end of this one. The cross will come from Carrera Garcia, right foot. It's too close to Fitzgerald, but Chris is there anyway to head it away for what seems like countless times tonight. Nice little play there though. Ruiz with space on the left. Goes with the high cross to the back post. Ramos is there. Fitzgerald scoops it out. Kira Fitzgerald again. Had to claw that one from almost going over the line. That's a shove from Esparza. Well, we mentioned Akira Fitzgerald as our player to watch tonight. He's come up big. Twice, once in each half. Take a look at this one. It was a lovely floated cross by Ruiz. Ramos was there at the back post, got a big head on it. Chrysler may have got to it if Fitzgerald hadn't, but the keeper had to make sure. Galindres was right in there to pounce. Did we have a yellow card? Appears we may have done during that. Maybe perhaps for Esparza on the initial foul. The foul was certainly on Esparza. I'm not sure if that was who got the yellow card. But more valuable seconds off the clock here for the kickers as we're going to have another substitution. Luke Pavone coming into the game. Versatile center forward / right back. Looks like he's going to go on the left side where Bolaños was. Lanos with the yellow card. Darren Sawatsky perhaps not risking a suspension there. Haven't seen much of Luke Pavone lately. Hasn't seen the field in the last 5 games. Only in the squad once during that time, but coming in a big spot here. Orny. Given away. The yellow card was issued to Neil Vignals for some dissent. 3rd yellow card for the Kickers. 7th of the season to Vignals. Ruiz, crunching tackle from Dubose, and that's going to be a yellow card for him. And another dangerous free kick as a result. Almost resulted in a goal last time. Chattanooga putting the pressure on. They always believe in themselves. Darren Sawatsky did say his team is +5 in the set piece department this season. Experience the Kickers in a whole new way in 2021 with Kickers Plus, an all-new subscription plan to save 50% off matchday tickets. Get access to special events and exclusive digital content, 15% off merchandise and more. Subscribe now at richmondkickers.com/Kickers Plus. Carrera Garcia looks set to take this one. Ricky Ruiz drifting towards the corner of the box. It's going to be a simple delivery this time, though. Fitzgerald is there to claim, too close to the keeper. I'm not sure what. And a yellow card for Ramos. And a red card. That's his 2nd one. Not sure what happened. Looks like it was a simple claim for Fitzgerald. And once again, the Chattanooga Rebels are down to 10 men. Getting to be a bit of a theme for the Red Wolves. They do have red in their name. And the red cards just keep on flowing. We've had Kapazuki twice, now Ramos. Perhaps it was a late challenge on Fitzgerald. Very silly from Ramos, who will now miss the next game, which leaves Jimmy Ablade even more of a dilemma with that center back spot. Already down Daniel Navarro to injury. Now down the other starter, Jason Ramos. Hopefully Jorge Luna will be back fit. Let's take another look here and see if we can see what happened with Jason Ramos. Ramos was there battling. Oh, he kicked out after the play was over. Very silly stuff from the man from California. Fitzgerald had clearly claimed the ball, and Ramos just lashed out with his left leg, and that'll be the end of the night for the center back. Just a complete lack of discipline, and the Red Wolves, I'm not going to say falling apart, but this is their third loss in 4 games if this finishes this way. Red cards everywhere, injuries piling up a little bit. It's going to be a rough end to the season for Jimmy Ablada. He had 19 shots tonight, but only 4 on target. 9 of them off target and 6 blocked. Keir Fitzgerald with 1 big save in each half. See which one of those gets the save of the match after this one. Still time for the Red Wolves, though. Being down to 10 men hasn't been too much of a negative for some teams in League One this year. Good work by Baldock. Gets by Ruiz. Cross comes in. All the way through the box, though. And out. And Pavone dishes it off to Cole. Gets it back from Victor Falk, but that one will go out for a goal kick. As you can see there, Red Bulls playing with 10 men. Ramos with a silly red card. When you have a yellow card, that's not the kind of thing you do right in front of the referee on a set piece. It was an easy decision in the end for Matt Franz. As Ricketts goes deep. Looking for Teixeira. And he's called for the foul. So more critical seconds tick away here. Down goes Jalen Crisler. He's had a big night in the air tonight, Jalen Crisler. 9 clearances more than twice anybody else on the team. 3 interceptions tonight for Chrysler, 1 block. He's also won 6 aerial duels. Big night for the man from Everett, Washington. Has such a tough time at Gonzaga, tore his ACL there. One of those tough kids from the Northwest that Darren Sawatsky loves. Spent last season with forward Madison. Keir Fitzgerald, we wind down towards 2 minutes remaining in the 90 here from Richmond. 1-0 kickers. Be 2 huge back-to-back wins for Darren Sawatsky's men, especially with a short week coming up. Wednesday night against Madison. Tsurzagi's going to have a go from distance to try and catch Truk, who was a good 15 yards off his line. Tsurzagi didn't make quite enough contact on it, though, to get the height he needed. Good flick there, looking for Galindrez from Pineda. Hernandez. Will we see some more heroics from the Red Wolves? Chipped in for Hernandez. He's looking for Teixeira, who went down under pressure. Chrysler clears. Tsurzagi will calmly find Baldock. Matt Baldock in tons of space here. Not sure how much legs he's got left after going nearly 90 minutes. Good job there in earning the throw in, though. As Matt Francis' whistle goes. Got a yellow card issued to Luke Pavone. It's his 3rd of the season. Didn't see what it was for. Emiliano Tsurzagi's 52nd minute goal, the difference here. It's still time for the Red Wolves to perhaps find some more late heroics. We'll see in a minute how many extra minutes we have in injury time added at the end of this one. As you're reminded there, Chattanooga down to 10 men thanks to the red card to Jason Ramos. They've got 12 goals this season in the last 15 minutes plus stoppage. Chattanooga do the most in the season, most in the league. Another great tackle by, this one was by Orney. Going to have a foul. I'm not sure if that was a late call on the tackle from Orney. Another free kick in a dangerous position. I'm not sure what Tsurzagi's complaining about. Perhaps the fact that Orney got the ball. And it will be 7 minutes of stoppage time. You'll probably hear the reaction of the City Stadium crowd in a second when that's announced. Here's Ruiz. Swings to the left footed to the back post, headed away by Orney. That's exactly what he's been brought in for. Oh, it clearly came off the head of a kicker. Referee Mullen's going to change her mind. Excuse me, assistant referee, thanks to the help of Matt France. Will be a throw here for Esparza. We saw him launch one into the box earlier at the end of the first half. We get another chance here from the right side. Chattanooga throwing everything forward. Move that cost them last weekend. It's not the best of throws, though, by Esparza. Pavone just heads it back to him, though. Cross comes in. Headed there, right at Akira Fitzgerald from Ricketts. And Akira will certainly take his time with this one. Kick from Fitzgerald goes all the way through to Tim Trilk. Don't forget, stick around after this for the play of the match, the save of the match, as well as the highlights from this one. As Fitzgerald chests this one down and then dives in its take off a few more seconds in front of Teixeira. 5 minutes remaining of these 7. Fitzgerald gets a little under this one, not the best of clearances. Good work back by Orney, though. Chip forward towards Tsurzagi. Ricketts back there. Doesn't want to put it out of play. Kind of has to. Waste more valuable seconds. Richmond looking for their first back-to-back wins this season. The 7 wins have been all spread out. 2 or 3 or 4 games between victories, but this will be the first time with back-to-back wins this season. Chris Cole up from his left back spot to throw this one in. That will be a throw to the Red Wolves. 4 minutes remaining in injury time here. Can the Red Wolves find something? Nathan Orney had a huge grab of jersey, but it was on the other side of the referee. He couldn't see. Here's Pavone. He'll just take it to the corner. Here come the Red Wolves. Do they have another bit of heroics in them? Ruiz, the creator of 8 goals already this season. Can he make it 9? Herrera Garcia swings it wide to Ricketts. Hernandez. He's been involved in so many of these late heroics this season. Swings it in left-footed. Looking for the head of Galindres. And his soft header does not trouble Akira Fitzgerald in any way. As we have 3 minutes to go now in these 7 extras. May have a substitution here, perhaps. Akira Fitzgerald's going for a drink. Will be the 4th substitution of the evening for the Kickers as Hernan Gonzalez, one Argentine, will replace another. As your goal scorer tonight, Emiliano Terzaghi makes way. A good round of applause, as expected, from the City Stadium crowd. Terzaghi limping a little bit after taking that hit to the foot a few minutes ago. As on comes Gonzalez. Started way back at the beginning of this season, but relegated to just mop-up duty now over the last few months. Fresh legs and a big physical presence to try and finish up these 2 minutes plus here. May add 30 seconds or so for that sub. Galindres trying to turn. I think referee Franz will come back for the free kick. Gonzalez with a late challenge. Just inside the sideline here. Tim Truk. Ricketts. Comes off the foot of Pineda. And out for a kicker's throw. It's Cole. Gets another 10 yards on the throw. It's a good one. There for Pavone to chase. Ricketts will have to go back to Trilk. His kick isn't a great one, put from distance. It was Vinyals. Once again, trying to beat Trilk over his head. Terzaghi tried it earlier and failed, as did Vinyals on this attempt. But more importantly, a few more seconds off the clock. All these games are like finals now to many of these teams. Especially with those wins yesterday, those 4 wins yesterday that changed the table perhaps a little bit for the first time in a few weeks. DuBose with a clearing header. Try to keep it in, but won't. Down to the last 30 seconds from City Stadium. Kickers looking to hang on for their first consecutive wins of the season. Herrera Garcia goes deep. Cleared once again by Chrysler. Baldock fouls Villalobos, but no call. Here come the Kickers the other way. 3-on-3 now, perhaps. Phone's just going to take it to the corner again. As we've reached the 7 minutes now. As mentioned, Matt France might add on a few more for that substitute as Pavone kicks it out. Here's perhaps Chattanooga's last chance. Hernandez. He's going to have to get it downfield quickly. He does, but only finds Magalhaes. Pavone then keeps it in, and that should probably do it. Truk goes to the corner this time and gives it up to Hernandez. Tim Truk. Gonzalez, excuse me. Cleared off the line. Tim Truk almost got caught out. Hernan Gonzalez was looking for his first goal of the season. Ruiz is clipped by Baldock. I think Matt France may have got the yellow card out there quickly. I'm not sure. Baldock, one of the players not on yellow. As you can see, Tim Truk up the field. This is definitely the last chance for the Red Wolves. Just got to get it into the box. Ruiz looking for anybody. And who does he find again? Jalen Chrysler. Well, that was only that time, excuse me. This is Tim Truk playing right wing. Chipped in. Ruiz. Galindrez falls over. Cole. And Matt France blows the final whistle. The Richmond Kickers. Consecutive wins for the first time this season, and what a time to get them. They will move up to 6th place in the USL League One standings. That puts them into the playoffs for now. North Texas will look to replace them tonight. Join us in 90 minutes for that one against Tucson, but for now it's the Richmond Kickers evening. That man, Kira Fitzgerald, with another clean sheet. Their first win versus Chattanooga, as you see there, since April 2019, and what a time to get it. Emiliano Terzaghi, the difference. His 52nd minute winner gives the Kickers a crucial 3 points in this chaotic League One table. There yours, your player of the match. Your final score brought to you by BetterMed. Your player of the match, Emiliano Terzaghi. Jalen Chrysler certainly had a case for it as well. That's your Kiter player of the match with the game winner for the Argentine. Jalen Chrysler certainly second place in that voting tonight. He was immense in the center of that defense for Darren Sawatsky. Here is your save of the match. Courtesy of Akira Fitzgerald. He had one in each half. This one came in the second half. Ricky Ruiz with the cross. Ramos, who will be red carded later, denied by the right hand of Akira Fitzgerald. Coming back across his goal. That's your implausible pups. Save of the match. Fitzgerald also had a great one in the first half. Here's your defensive moment of the match. A lovely sliding block by Esteban Calvo. Had a solid game at right back. Kept Ray Ortiz, his former college teammate, in check. Kickers with a 1-0 victory. Stick around with us. We'll be right back with full-time highlights and stats here from City Stadium. Back with your BetterMed Urgent Care. Full-time report in a second. Your final score from Richmond. The Kickers 1. Red Wolves 0.
As it's consumed all aspects of our lives and made our universes feel smaller than ever. But at Bon Secours, your health has always been our top priority, and we're staying as committed as always to personalizing the right care for you. Because whether here or from home, we believe your health care should always revolve around you. Bon Secours, primary care for the universe of you. Visit bonsecours.com/primary care to connect with a provider today.
For the animal shelter. Could I give Pixie a bath for $3?
Sure.
Wash your car for $5?
Deal.
How about I keep your money in my bank? Just $7 a month.
We already have free checking from Atlantic Union Bank. But wait, I have another idea. Come with me.
It's your money. Why pay a monthly fee or get hit with hidden charges?
How much?
You don't have that kind of money.
If you thought only athletes were superstitious, then you haven't met the CBS 6 This Morning team. Like Rob here. He has to do everything 6 times before the newscast even begins.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Tom's all worried about stepping on cracks. And Reba, she has several good luck charms. It's getting out of hand. Oh, watch the ladder. Oh my goodness. Are you okay?
Make CBS 6 This Morning your superstition. Watch 4:30 to 7.
Welcome back to the BetterMed post-game show here. Richmond Kickers with a big 1-0 win over the Chattanooga Red Wolves. Your goal scorer right there, Emiliano Terzaghi, his 14th of the season. Let's get to our full-time highlights here from City Stadium. They're brought to you by Better Med Urgent Care. Chattanooga Red Wolves had the better of the first 20 minutes or so. Blake Frischnick here causing a great save from our player to watch. Akira Fitzgerald stepped up with 2 big saves, 1 in each half. That was the first one. Good reflex save by the veteran. The 15th minute, there was a corner from Richmond, a deflecting, glancing header by Cole, just past the far post of Tim Trilk. First half dominated shot-wise by Chattanooga, but not particularly chance-wise, except these 2 early ones. This one, Frischnick again, nice little 1-2 with Carrera Garcia. His left-footed attempt hits the post, and it's cleared away by Vinyals. And then in the 52nd minute, none other than Terzaghi. It was a lovely cross in by Falk. Header by Chrysler. Great save by Trilk. But there's Emiliano Terzaghi cleaning up. 4 or 5 yards out with the volley finish into the back of the net. Second game winner in as many games for the reigning MVP. In the 72nd minute, Marky Hernandez with a left-footed shot that just fizzed past the far post of Fitzgerald. Hernandez played well, coming on as a sub, trying to earn that super sub tag. Couldn't do it tonight, though. It was Bolaños at the end here. It was good work in the end by Pineda, but Bolaños would pull it back for Bolduc. His left-footed effort, though, is way over the bar of Tim Trilk. That would be the real last attempt for the Kickers, but they would hold on. 21 shots for the Red Bulls, but only 6 on target. Only the 2 that really challenged. Kira Fitzgerald, possession 64%, dominated by the Red Bulls, and another red card for the Red Wolves. Will have to be a man down again. Jason Ramos will miss the next match for the Red Wolves. That one will come against NCFC next weekend. There are your updated standings. The Kickers up to 6th. Red Bulls now with only a 5-point gap over the Greenville Triumph. These 2 teams will play each other in upcoming weeks. Greenville with a big trip to Omaha next weekend. A win there could really vault Greenville right into a race for those top 2 spots. Well, thanks for joining us tonight here on ESPN Plus. Another big win for the Kickers. A great victory for the home side. Keeps their season alive. Stick around in an hour and 20 minutes or so. FC Tucson and North Texas, but for this one, thanks to my crew behind the scenes, my name's Ross Davenport. Have a great night. Kickers win this one, 1-0. Emiliano Terzaghi, of course.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.